What's up, guys and gals? It's Griever back here, your Broken Tooth host as always, bringing you guys chapter 1003 of One Piece. One Piece. Now, I really like this chapter. I thought that this was a really good chapter. I love that they're continuing the fight. Oda he sort of stepped away from the fight for a bit, but that was more to give us an update. We're jumping back to the fight. I think we needed the update, and it was only a couple of pages, right? He's not going to jump away. Don't jump away, Oda. This is what we're here for. We need to see it. We need to see it. And the big reveal at the end of this chapter, it's going to be great. And for everybody, guys, Luffy might be doing amazing against Kaido. You know, the Red Rock, the Gatling, the Ryowo, all that stuff. But Zoro is stealing this show. Zoro has been stealing the show the whole time, every single time. The first one to actually cut Kaido since Oden. You know, I mean, you could count, like, yeah, the scabbards, they managed to stab him and stuff, blah, 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 blah. But did they, you know, like, remember, when he was in dragon form and they did the sweet move, it was awesome and stuff, but Kaido was like, I'm disappointed. It was sort of like the Luffy fight the first time. It's like, well, I let you guys attack me a bunch, and this is all you can do. I mean, you know, so, but here, I mean, just, the fight continues. And it's a really good fight, right? Like, I'm just loving the way the fight's been going. And finally, a lot of people brought this up. I know Tekken brought it up. I think, was it King or was it Joy Boy? Roger maybe, somebody brought it up that Luffy has been in Gear 4 for a while now. And it's not like they were all like, no, we didn't fight a single foe or use any hockey to get to this point. I mean, Law sort of did, but no, like Luffy and Zoro and stuff, they sort of fought their way here, remember? So they're all here, and Luffy's been in Gear 4 for a while, and a lot of people brought this up that Luffy might have increased his Gear 4, but using all these attacks, he's eventually going to run out of steam. And now, after using all these big level attacks, he finally, after slamming Kaido into the ground, you know, he finally does run out of air. And so he's there on the ground just wheezing as he loses all of his hockey. He loses his Gear 4 mode. And Kid and Law basically explains to Kid what happened. And Kid basically, it's a good reasoning. Like, Kid's like, wow, well, this actually makes sense. He's like, listen, to you, Law says, a quick rundown. For about 10 minutes, we don't know if that limit has changed. Maybe Luffy will be able to, you know, recover in 5 minutes. We don't know. After the Katakuri fight and all this stuff and training and Udon, maybe he's been able to decrease that time limit. Who knows? But or decrease the time limit. But either way, he is now out of Gear 4 and he won't be able to use hockey for about 10 minutes, as Law remembers from Dressrosa. Kid is like, sort of like, that makes a lot of sense. You know, you can't, basically, having that much firepower indefinitely or unlimited, that wouldn't make any sense. It's like, you know, it's making sense to Kid. He's like, so he can pull out all these great stops, but there is a drawback. It's like double edge, you know, in the Pokemon games. There's recoil damage to consider, right? So I like that Kid gets on board with that, understands right away and stuff, and he said, all right, you, Killer and I. And one of the other things, nobody seems to be hurt by the lightning bolt, right? Like, Killer got zapped, Zoro got zapped, I think Law, and I think didn't everybody get zapped? And Zoro and Killer, everybody, they're standing there. They're a little beat up, but they're not like, Zoro's not like, man, that lightning bolt did a lot of damage. No, he's standing there with his sword out, like, all right, let's round goddamn two. So is Killer, so is everybody. So Big Mom's lightning bolt, which a lot of people were worried that was like a major attack, seems to not have done as much damage as we were led to believe or that we thought at the end of the last chapter. So pretty much after this, Zoro, once again, stealing the show. He's the one carrying around Luffy on his back, you know, making sure, and Kid and Killer go after Kaido. Law uses, I believe it's Law that ends up attacking Big Mom to sort of get her to stop attacking for half a minute. And they go after Kaido, but Kaido uses an ability, the Goku-Yuha. Well, I just stole that from the translation from Inuyasha, the third movie, but the Dragon Twister, which looks pretty badass. Looks basically like the thing from Inuyasha, the Goku-Yuha from Suwunga. But it's really cool. It's like this natural disaster, all these like typhoons, all these you know, tornadoes and twisters just going nuts and stuff. And Kaido seems to summon them, lightning storms raining down. It's just winds going crazy. It's just nuts. And everybody's like, what the hell? This is where Zoro's running away. You know, he's got Luffy on his back, and he's just like, man, this guy, and then he ends up, like, the wind picks up, and there goes Luffy. He's like, shit. And then what a lot of people thought would happen And a lot of people were wondering this, sort of like to get inside, like Men in Black style, go inside, the enemy and then slice your way out, or like Guardians of the Galaxy style, Drax style. It's been done multiple different fiction. It's not new, right? You get swallowed by the dragon and you cut him from the inside out, right? It's been done in Dragon Ball Z. It's been done in Inuyasha. It's been done now in One Piece. It's done in so many of these series. But I love this, that Gulp, and a lot of people were hoping that'd be Killer, and then Killer could do that like Sonic slice, or Zoro, somebody who could slice him from the inside out. But apparently Zoro doesn't need to, because 3-sword style, Black Rope Dragon Twister. So I love the parallels here, because not only, and Kaido notices that the strange haki, the katana is the source of that strange haki. What I'm sensing, the Odin haki is on that blade. And Zoro hakis up all 3 blades, uses Dragon Twister, which is, Kaido even calls him out for this and says, "You dare challenge me to a contest of Dragon Twisters?" Like, he's got no time for that. But it's amazing, because during all this, he had to spit out Luffy because he cuts Kaido's scales. Something that nobody has been able to do thus far. Remember, Zoro and Killer tried, they couldn't penetrate the scales. They left basically indents, but they didn't, and Killer even says, "He cut the scales!" And everyone's like, "Seriously?" And even Big Mom was like, "What? He cut Kaido? What the hell?" Like, because right now, they've been doing brunt damage. Like the Gibson Slam. The Gamma Knife is an interior attack. Didn't really seem to do much. Like, Kaido just waving that shit off like it's nothing. Luffy with the the Gatlings and stuff. Sure, he's doing blunt force trauma, but nobody's actually cut through Kaido's durability yet in this fight. And here, Zoro's the first one to do it. Like, Zoro is just, goddamn. Just look at this. He actually cut Kaido. And this is when Kaido realizes it's Odin's sword. And as I said, you challenge me to Dragon Twister attacks? You fool! Dragon Twister Demolition Breath. And you know what's ironic about this is we got the SBS, and everybody said, Oda said that if Zoro were to ever have a Devil Fruit, because one of the things was in Dressrosa with the Maramara no Mi, right? Who would have gotten it had Sabo not shown up? Had Luffy won it, would he have given it to Sanji? Would he have given it to Zoro? Like, who would have taken it? I think he asked Frankie or something like that. And Frankie's like, "Nah, I don't want it." But either way, it's really interesting because Oda came out and said that Kaido's Devil Fruit, Zoro would have a Yonko's Devil Fruit. Like, that's just insane. That's awesome, but that's insane. So even Oda loves Zoro. And so he ends up using Dragon Twister Demolition Breath. So it is ironic that, he told him, it's like, "You challenge me to Dragon Twister?" It's like, dude, Oda said I would have your fruit if I were to have one. So yeah, I'm challenging you to Dragon Twisters. Let's freaking go. So I don't think Zoro's ever going to actually get a Devil Fruit, but something that I saw somebody bring it up on Twitter, and I know that Tekking brought it up, was that Zoro might not get the fruit, but if they actually killed or defeated Kaido and the fruit, popped out or whatever, and they got their hands on the fruit, Zoro could feed that to Enma. Like, we've seen it before. Zoro could give one of his swords. He could have the legendary mythical dragon no Mi, well, the fish fruit, model Azora dragon. He could have a sword with a Yonko level fruit. I don't think anybody would complain about that. Zoro himself doesn't need a fruit. Give one of his swords the fruit. That would just be too epic, right? So, I love that idea. I don't think it will happen, but if it does, I won't complain. And this is, as I said, after this attack, like, he uses a major demolition breath, we jump over to CP8 Aegis Zero, sorry. We jump over to the Cypher Pole, who are still there, and they're just, sort of chilling and sort of idea. And they're going through, like, the battle schemes. They're basically saying the world will shift. If 2 of the 4 emperors fall here, the world is just going to change insanely. Right now, there is, and we're getting an update, right? And I really like that we're getting this update, but we're not jumping away from the fight, because all they're basically doing is showcasing, okay, there was 30,000 when we started, 3,000 have already fallen. And out of the 5,400 samurai that are here, 400 have fallen. So the numbers right now, the samurais are doing really good. The surprise attack and everything, and they bring all that up. And that's really cool. But also, he brings up that they need to take care of the Topiropo. They need to take care of king and queen. Like, cutting the heads off of with 27,000 to 5,000, it's not going to really matter in the end. It's going to be a significant blow, but they still won't have victory if they can't stop, because let's just say that Big Mom and Kaido fall. Luffy, Zoro, the rooftop gang are not going to be able to then engage somebody on the level of a Yonko commander. They're going to be out of gas. They're not going to have the strength to fight against a Topiropo even. So it's up to, as I said, they need to be able to stop them. Now, Marco was dealing with two of the commanders, so I mean, let's see what Marco could do. Marco might take out Queen and King off screen, for God's sake. Some people might be upset about that, but I can see Marco taking them out. He's Marco. But, like, Frankie is engaging Sanji, like, the Straw Hat crew, Jinbei's engaging Who's Who. Like, they need to be able to take out the Topiropo, right? Like, they need to get rid of all the commanders to actually have a fighting chance. Because then, as I said, like, every one of them could take out 100 samurai a minute if they were left to their own devices. So right now, it's up to the rest of the crew of the major players like Jinbei, like Frankie, like Sanji. They need to take out the other heads of the Topiropo, the other commanders. Then there's nobody to stop the samurai, because 1v1, the samurai are going to be a lot stronger than the pleasures and the gifters and stuff, right? So the samurai are a lot stronger than that. And we have the Mink tribe that's still here and stuff. They're still fighting and such. So, but we need to keep the commanders out of the game. So it's definitely good that we got that sort of, we're showcasing. Nothing major has happened yet. They're still all engaging the battle. We don't see Marco and King and Queen, but we do see Frankie, Sasaki, we see Nami and Usopp, we see Sanji, we see Jinbei, we see Yamato. Yamato is still there. Yamato's still there as a player. Yamato is still a force, so maybe Yamato will have to help out Marco. Marco and Yamato versus King and Queen. I could see that. That'd be pretty cool. But don't jump away from this fight, Oda, because we are getting his hybrid form. All right, guys, enough with the whole... He's actually a dragon who did a blah, blah, blah. And I know that people are still, like, trying to figure it out, like, how he could have eaten the legendary fish fruit, but he's still a dragon, he's still a poneglyph. No, guys, he's got a hybrid form. It's official. We haven't seen it yet. We saw his hand. It's in scales. He's got the claws. He's looking... from my perspective, he seems, here in silhouette, he seems to look a little bigger than his base form, Kaido. So everyone's questioning it, like, is this his hybrid form? And him and Big Mom are just staring them down at the end of the chapter saying, this is really fun, Woro, mama, this is really fun, Kaido. So they seem to be having a great time here. So we're going to see his hybrid form, which I would argue that the hybrid form is probably Kaido's strongest form. You know, that's him at his peak power. So we're going to see what type of damage he's going to do in his hybrid form. Chapter 1004 is just going to be intense. Oda just gave us a quick update here, but we're going to go back to the main battle. I love that he's not jumping away from this rooftop battle. This is what Wano has been building to, and it's damn epic. 2021 One Piece has been fire. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter as well. I really liked it. But yeah, tell me what you guys thought of the chapter down below. There wasn't really anything else to really go over here. It's a bit of they fight, some epic Zoro shit going down. We're going to get Kaido's hybrid form next chapter. That's going to be insane. And then the review will be 30 minutes long, just gushing and simping for Kaido's, hybrid form. And we got the update. We got the update on how the battle's going. 3,000 to 400, they're doing pretty well. But once again, Frankie needs to beat Sasaki. Yamato needs to fight a commander. The commanders need to be taken out to Topiropo. Remember, we have X, Straight, and Apu on our side and stuff. We have Marco on our side. It's not just the Straw Hats. We still have some big players here. Now, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Like, comment, and subscribe, as always. And we will see you guys back here next time for Chapter 1004 of One Piece. Take it easy, everybody. We'll see you next time.